everyone, this is Teacher Steven, and welcome to English Language 5. I prepared a series of lessons to review your understanding about some of the English grammar tenses. Please enjoy, and let's begin. I used to love swimming when I was younger. I would love swimming when I was younger. Which sentence is correct? Used to and would? What's the difference? We're going to find out in this lesson. Here is the pattern when using used to and would in a sentence. Used to plus base form of the verb. Would plus base form of the verb. Again, I have to stress that it is V1. Examples. I used to love swimming when I was younger. I would love swimming when I was younger. As you can see, the verb after the expressions used to and would is in V1 or base form. Now, let me explain to you the uses and let's start with used to. Used to is used with habits, situations, or states in the past that is not true anymore. For example, when my father was a teenager, he used to ride a camel. An example of a past habit. We used to live in Dubai. An example of a past situation. I used to believe in aliens, but now I think they are fake. An example of a past state. To emphasize this use, we have some useful expressions that we can use. We have but now plus sentence using simple present tense, but plus subject plus no longer plus simple present tense, but plus subject plus does or do not plus V1 plus anymore. Let's take a look at these examples. He used to ride his camel every day, but now he drives a car. She used to eat a lot of sweets, but she no longer likes it. They used to shop on an outdoor market, but they do not shop there anymore. I am pretty sure that you have noticed that we often use used to and would with the time clause when plus simple past tense. Just like in these examples. When my father was a teenager, he used to ride a camel. I used to eat a lot of candies when I was young. But the question is, can you use used to and would in the time clause when plus simple past tense? Just like in this example. I eat a lot of candies when I used to young. The answer is very obvious. No. Remember that you must not use used to or would in the time clause when plus simple past tense. So putting used to in this example is a big no-no. Let's go to the use of would. Would is used with habits in the past that is not true anymore. Just like in this example. When my father was a teenager, he would ride a camel. Also, similar with used to, you must not use would with the time clause when plus simple past tense, just like this. When my father was a teenager, he ride a camel. We have more examples here. He would ride his camel every day, but now he drives a car. She would eat a lot of sweets, but she no longer likes it. They would shop at an outdoor market, but they don't shop there anymore. As you can see, we can use would with the expressions that will emphasize this use. So, if would is used with past habit, can I use it with past situations or past states? You might be asking this question to yourself. Well, the answer is no. In fact, that is the difference. We must not use would to talk about past situation or past state, just like in these examples. We would live in Dubai. This is a past situation. I would believe in aliens, but now I think they're fake. This is a past state. Wait, what makes this a past state again? Well, it uses the stative verb. Believe is an example of a stative verb. Now, if you remember, I've discussed stative verbs in present progressive tense. But here, to remind you, here's the list of the stative or non-action verbs. Here are some tips to help you understand the similarities and differences of used to and would. First, we use used to and would very often, especially when we tell stories in the past. Also, used to and would are interchangeable when we tell stories in the past. Just like in this example. When I was a kid, I would bike everywhere. I used to ride it to school during the week, and I would take it to the park on weekends. But starting your story with used to and continue with would is much better. So when I was a kid, I used to ride my bike everywhere. I would ride it to school during the week and I would take it to the park on weekends. Is better than when I was a kid, I would ride my bike everywhere. I used to ride it to school during the week and I used to take it to the park on weekends. So, next time you tell a past habit, state or event, I hope you know how to start it correctly. In positive or affirmative form, the pattern is subject plus used to or would plus V1. Here are some examples. I want you to pause the video and study the structure carefully. In the negative form, the pattern is subject plus never plus used to or did not plus used to plus V1. However, never plus used to is more commonly used than did not plus used to. Examples. When my father was a teenager, he used to ride a camel becomes when my father was a teenager, he never used to ride or did not used to ride a camel. She used to eat a lot of sweets, but she no longer likes it. This becomes she never used to eat or did not used to eat a lot of sweets. Now, if you've noticed, why did we remove but she no longer likes it? This is because this expression is talking about the present. But remember also that would doesn't have a negative form, only used to. So if you're planning to make a negative statement with these expressions, then better use used to. When my father was a teenager, he never would ride a camel. This is completely not accepted. In yes-no question form, the pattern is did plus subject plus used to plus V1 plus OPQ. Examples. She used to eat a lot of sweets, but she no longer likes it becomes did she used to eat a lot of sweets? They used to shop at an outdoor market, but they don't shop there anymore. Did she used to shop at an outdoor market? So, again, we did not include the useful expressions in the sentences because they are talking about the present. Also, remember that would doesn't have yes-no question form. So, would my father ride a camel when he was a teenager? To talk about past habit is not acceptable. In WH question form, the pattern is WH word plus did plus subject plus used to plus V1 plus other parts of the question. Examples. When my father was a teenager, he used to ride a camel, can become. Where did my father used to ride a camel when he was a teenager? She used to eat a lot of sweets, but she no longer likes it. This can become. Why did she used to eat a lot of sweets? Again, why did we remove but she no longer likes it? Because this is talking about the present. Remember that would doesn't have a WH word question form. So, why would my father ride a camel when he was a teenager? To ask about a past habit is incorrect. Practice time! Turn the sentences with verbs in parentheses into positive sentence first before doing the other columns. As usual, pause the video to copy this in your notebook. Here are the answers. Compare your answer to the correct ones. How many did you get right? I hope a lot. And that, guys, is used to and would, their uses and their patterns. If you have some questions, feel free to message me through line. Don't forget to check out the worksheet for activities and extra instructions. I hope that this lecture helped you to refresh your understanding about used to and would. Again, this is Teacher Steven saying everything is less than free.